Gary, anybody who knows you knows that your desired culture is based strongly on values. So, as you began this worldwide launch, what were the core issues you wanted a values-based culture to address, and how did you apply that to many, not just countries but cultures?
Yeah. So values to me were there to protect people and set them free. And let me kind of move the story a little bit in that even though I moved here in 94, I didn't become CEO till 97. I was director of international and vice president of international. And I became CEO in 97. And it was at that time where I thought, I know how, with my team, how to market the brand. But how do you set this culture? And now I'll go to a different plane flight. It's 1998, 1999. I'm on a Qantas 747. I'm flying from Los Angeles to Sydney. I'm at 38,000 feet, 2 a.m. in the morning. And as you do when you travel, you take some stuff to read. And I read a quote from the Dalai Lama. And the quote was, "Our purpose in life is to make people happy. If we can't make them happy, at least don't hurt them." And I thought, wow, yeah, that's a pretty cool thing to think about. How can we create an organization where happiness is not necessarily, happy, happy, joy, joy, but it means fulfillment in the role I'm doing. And then I read a second quote, and it was from Aristotle, who was born in 384 BC. And that quote was, "Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work." And I went, oh, duh, of course. If you really enjoy what you're doing, you're going to do it better than if you don't enjoy it. So fast forward a little bit longer, I get back to San Diego and I read an article in the local paper, the Union Tribune, and it talks about a master's degree in leadership at the University of San Diego. And that degree program was put together by Ken Blanchard and the Ken Blanchard companies and USD. And there was an information night. And I thought maybe I should go and listen to this. And I'd never met Ken. This is 1999. I'd never met Ken. I'd read his stuff. I was aware of him. So I went to this information session and Ken said, most leaders think about getting people in the head. We got to start getting people in the heart as well. And I went, I think there's something in this. So a little bit more research, and I then enrolled in that master's program. So now here I am. I'm 2 years into a position of a US public company CEO, and I went back to school because I wanted to
Love
confirm what
that.
I thought I knew and learn what I didn't know. And that's where I learned the power of a servant-based leadership organization based on values. That was a long answer to your question, Mark, but it was, and then Ken was the one who really made me aware of the power of a hierarchical set of values. So we actually then started to look at what are the values that we wanted to have in the company, and then what was more important than anything else. And we came up with a set of 6 hierarchical values. And our message to the team and the tribe was, you should be able to make any decision you want to make at any time in the world, anywhere, if you use our values to make that decision. And we implanted that into the thinking and the action of the company. And that's exactly what happened. So people around the world were able to make decisions if they used our values to make that decision. So that was the protection and setting people free bit about not having to quack up the hierarchy to make a decision.